we got it in here on the video editor, and this is just how I'm making the video as I go. So what I've been doing, and we'll zoom back in, I'll show you. But what I've been doing, you come down here, you can stretch this video out to the point where you can stop it one frame at a time. Move your little slider here and catch the actual detonation itself. And of course, that blue flash, you see, it's actually in the room. When you're in there with it, you see it with your actual eye, and it's not a camera effect. That blue flash is actually there, and anybody can try this. They'll verify it if you ever get a chance to make one of these. But we'll go through here and I'll show you what happens here. Let's zoom you back into it. Alright, now we're zoomed in. We're going to look at it, as it goes frame by frame. And you'll see that this blue flash actually shows up before the balloon pops. I thought that was quite odd. Altogether, that this blue flash shows up before the balloon actually pops. And then the next frame, we had a detonation, the balloon pops. And I've recovered all the pieces of the balloon, and I haven't found more than just two pieces. They generally are in two pieces. The balloons are. Got one piece stuck to the table, and then the other piece flies off. At any rate, you'll notice too on this table that, well, the third frame catches what happens. It seems to look like some sort of electrical anomalies. And in certain cases, orbs of some sort show up as well. And this is a daytime photograph, and I will go and show you, one where I turn the light out. You can actually see them a lot better. I wanted to show you one in the daytime part, well, in the light, so you can see the actual top of the balloon there come down and land on the table. It just comes into two pieces. And another thing you need to look at is the fact that there's no charring, no blackening. I've actually blown several, close to 100 of these in my shop here, these small ones. And there's no burning on this cardboard or anything. Anything in the room is totally clean there. And that's another thing, we could look at. The fact that, there's no emission to this type of fuel whatsoever. And now let's go take a look at some of the nighttime footage that we got going here. God. Really? I can't help but laugh every time I watch that. At any rate, here's some footage. Here's the still photographs of that same footage. And of course we'll see some more. I'll show you that the balloon actually is still intact. There's a lighter behind the balloon, this blue flash, and it shows up every time, before the balloon pops. And the next frame, of course, you see the detonation. And then the third frame, we start to see this electrical anomalies, start showing up. And then in the fourth frame, of course, these are larger. These are out in the yard. These aren't the smaller ones, but you see quite a bit of electrical activity, or I don't know what you'd call it. NASA seems to think that these are cosmic rays. You can look at their interpretation of a cosmic ray is image artifacts and cosmic rays. They show them as these streaks and these orb looking things are known as cosmic rays. Or what they say, these are actually distortions and compression factors added to the camera or some telescope, whatever. And so these same distortions show up, though, and so do the cosmic rays themselves in the footage that I have. And so, and I've even got a better shot of of those distortions right here in some of my smaller scale experiments. You can clearly see these same distortions in my camera footage as well. You can also see, of course, like I said, this electricity is just, it's eerily similar to a coronal mass ejection, and then of course it's also eerily similar to what we see with the beforehand blue flash, which is, I can assure you, when you stand out there with it, it's not just a camera effect. That blue flash actually shows up there, and of course anybody can try it and see. And you try with your cameras and see, this blue flash shows up every time before the balloon pops. And then of course this is just unbelievable, that some of these things that show up from a hydrogen-oxygen balloon, hydrogen and oxygen from water, that's what it does. That's real. That's a real photograph taken from my front yard. And this is what they say from sun. So I guess, man, we just have to let you make up your own mind, determine what you think yourself. You can look into this as hard as you want, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm showing you here. It's this experiment comes directly from applying electricity to water with an iron, 2 iron plates inside it with a high charge of electricity. This is the gas that ignites and burns from that. I just thought, I'd have to put this out. I can't explain it more than anybody else, other than the fact that that's exactly what it looks like. So there we go, folks, man. I don't know, peace and love. Big old heads up.